on whatever else. It's kind of cool. Oh, yes, overlaying it. Listen, ooh, we're gonna get a flash.
We would have had the flash already.
Oh well, you know. Okay. I've only got so much juice in this, and I've got to pull things off the camera tonight. That I do. Well, you're gonna. Oh, well, I thought you were gonna light the candle. And I brought out something for it to sit in. I thought I had a little doohickey here. So I'm thrilled that I'm here.
Yes, I can imagine. I'm thrilled you're here too.
It's really intensive, and I have spent a lot of time being distracted on whatever else. And so now we're going to have a cigarette together, so you haven't lit yet. Listen, we're going to get a flash?
We would have had the flash already.
Oh, well. A cigarette I had today, Tim, was at 12 o'clock. Okay.
Okay.
Okay? That's the way things have been. Okay? So that's why I said I was hoping by the time you got here, when I got here, you'd be something like that too. You do not sound good, Tim, and you don't look good. Well, you look wonderful because I care for you, but other than that, you look like shit.
Gee, thanks, dude.
And people have asked me what's going on, really. Okay?
Just sort of having a bad day, that's all. I almost fell down the stairs.
How did that happen?
I just slipped.
So how'd the trees go?
Not bad.
Are they done?
No, Dan's finishing them up.
You got the...
He's got both sets of clippers and the long cords. So.
Kind of rather you hadn't left them there with him. Okay? How far did you get done?
We'll have done. I'm walking around with a hole in my foot, so it's difficult to walk. Philip took a big divot out of the bottom of my foot.
Have you checked on that lawnmower at all?
I haven't even tried to start it.
Over there.
Yeah.
You didn't look at that when you were over there?
I should have. I didn't. I just forgot all about it. I'm sorry.
We've got to do pickup tomorrow morning, and then we've got to maybe track this vacuum and talk to him. I don't think we're going out on bikes at this rate. Okay, one bike. I mean, it might all blow over, and then again, it might not. It looks really bad coming in all the way coming through Vancouver area. It's just...
Yeah, it's coming up from US.
Yeah, so it may be like this. So in that case, then, you could go over and... Oh, I didn't get it. I should be sitting here watching the sky now, right? Guess I should. There we go. At least got the thunder on there.
You'll get a bit of the flash as well.
Sounds pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
It does sound good.
Pleasure.
Well, now I'm going to tell you that
too, but I really wish you were better.
Went to as much as possible.
But I
think I've had all that feel in the face too. I'm exhausted. I was settling at about 1 and 2 in the morning, and I was having even 4 a.m. wake up calls, which may explain some of my symptoms, because I have felt like I was almost drunk a few times. However, Ethel, I think I told you, talked about sick buildings. I felt it again today. Like, it hit me really hard when I ended up in the big conference room. And I was in there, and I thought, the floor's even moving. What is going on in here? Like, and it just was horrendous. And then I talked to somebody else in passing. It's funny, because the last days when all of a sudden you see everybody you know. Where have you been? Oh, here I saw you, and then you were just gone. But see, we weren't in one single grouping. We would do these breakout groups, so you see how it's like, and then we're spread over 8 hotels. So unless you knew specifically, there are 1,000 people there probably. I think there was about 1,000. That's what they. I don't think all of them stayed. Some of them came in during the day. But it was just, it was packed. Okay, so having said all of that, yeah, unless you, I think I would have got that flash.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's close.
yeah, it is. I got the suitcase unpacked and the stuff out of it. I've got papers in it, and I should have taken the big case. It was like, this is not thinking, going, oh, I may end up with papers. I may end up with one or two items. Now what do I do? What if I don't want to wear my coat? Now they gave us a little bag. That didn't really. That almost.
Little bag.
No, the little white one, that became repository for my jacket, my cameras, and including the stuff I was carting there. And like, once I tried to repack the suitcase again, the laptop won't go in it for some reason. It won't zip, and it zipped here. Willow says, well, you didn't do it 3 times in the hotel. Well, maybe that's it. I don't know, because I did it 3 times here, right? So, but stress-wise, it was. I'm running on adrenaline big time. I've downed 2 of my bottles of coffee on the way home, and I probably didn't drink enough coffee there.
So the hotel, is it worth staying at? If it's a SIP hotel?
Well, that's not really the hotel. That's over at the Victoria Conference Center,
okay.
which ties into it, sort of. Okay, like you can get from one to the other, but yeah. No, the hotel was okay, and it was very clean, and the service was incredible. It really was. I guess it should be for that amount, but then again, they're charging that out there, and I bet you they don't get that like that
That's for the
service.
top end rooms.
Well,
You can pay $160 and spend the night.
the service was just phenomenal. Now it was the hotel doing the conference catering and stuff too. Like they look after all of that, but
Yeah.
so that would be incredible because they're getting big bucks for it
Oh,
anyway.
yes.
From the grants and that, the federal ones that came in, but I guess what was phenomenal was, this is odd. Some man that says, oh. And I said, oh, 488, and he looked, Miss Thompson. And I was Miss Thompson the rest of it, every early morning hours. And he shocked me when I came down, because he went, oh, you got your call, Miss Thompson, that's good. Because he had logged the first one,
Right.
but he wasn't the one making those calls. So this says something.
It'll go on your record.
Yeah, but this says something for the way there was customers. And I saw him like that during the day, like when he was coming on, when I was going through with people that he just seemed to, a lot like what's his name that was your, Nash, no. Who was out?
Nash.
Yeah, him. A lot like that. Just a phenomenal man. And it isn't like the other staff weren't wonderful too, but I mean,
He just took the cake.
I was really astounded. And you know what's more astounding is at 4, 5, and even 6 in the morning, there is nobody in the hotel except the staff. There is nobody outside. There is nobody on the street. It is that. It's an odd area. Like, it's odd. And it isn't like there aren't homeless. I know there's homeless because I did about a 6-block circumference ultimately in what walking I did. And at first I felt uncomfortable going out. That time you wouldn't do that here. And so the first morning I didn't. And then after I got a feel for it, well, guess what I am doing? I'm not walking the freaking block, man, in the middle of the morning. That's unreal. Well, I said to somebody, I said, I don't get it. They said, well, Victoria's got a real homeless problem. I said, no.
Really?
Apparently they do, and it is there. I mean, I saw a bit of it as we were coming in with Willow. However,
It's not like this.
no, I'm not talking about like that. I'm talking about like what